Hey, what's up, guys? It's Knights Templar back here. Welcome to my war room in Champaign, Illinois, and welcome to Operation First Blood, China 8.3. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So, let's just go straight to tech. So, we are gonna go for long-range missiles and advanced manufacturing. So let me get some dice ready. So we're going to put 2 dice on advanced manufacturing. And then we're going to put 1 die on, one die on long-range missiles. We just need a 7 for that. So, all right, let's roll it, see how we do. Looks like we got both of them. 10, 3, 12. Okay. Good. I've not updated the chart for the other guys yet, and I will do that. So long-range missiles moves up. Cool, very good. All right, let's go to our purchases. We had $11. Oh, nope, I'm switching these out. I'm not buying these anymore. I'm actually buying 2 light infantry instead. We're not buying 3 paramilitary. Okay. Forgot to change that. All right, and then we'll save $1. All right, well, we are declaring war on FEC, Mongolia, and Vietnam and Laos. So, yeah, FEC, Vietnam, Mongolia. So we're doing all sorts of stuff here. So okay, these light infantry will go Soviet, and like I said, I'll switch it afterwards. So well, I guess I could do that real quick. Basically, Mongolia goes. I should have done this before. The video, so I apologize, but these all go Soviet now. So, which the Soviets already had units here in Ulaanbaatar. So I'll change those, but North Vietnam and Laos, I can do that after. But anyway, I just wanted to change those, and they will go up. Actually, $2, 1 from North Vietnam and 1 for Ulaanbaatar. So, yeah. Otherwise, yeah, let's go to our combat moves. So, we are attacking. Let's go from top to bottom here on my list that I have. So, I'm attacking Uliassutai, which is this territory here. And from eastern Xinjiang, we are bringing in a light infantry, a field artillery, 3 early gen MBTs. That's from eastern Xinjiang. And then from Gansu, we're bringing in an early gen fighter, a field artillery, a AAA. So that's all we're bringing in there. And then Dornagavi, we're hitting Dornagavi, and we are bringing in, so Dornagavi, we're bringing in 2 light infantry, a AAA, and an early gen fighter from Inner Mongolia. And then from southern Manchuria, we're bringing in a field artillery, and 3 early gen MBTs into Dornagavi. So that's how we're doing that there. So that's all the attacks that are up there. Now let's go down to Laos. Now Laos does have 2 light infantry, so they're right there, and they are Soviets. So into Laos, we are bringing in, let me get my other screenshot here. 3 light infantry, a field artillery, and a AAA into Laos. Okay. We're also bringing in from Zhejiang, we're bringing in 3 early gen fighters from Zhejiang. So they'll just go 1, 2, 3, and they'll have a movement of 2 left. So I can get the gauges on here, which I've got that right there. So they have a movement of 2 left. All right. North Vietnam, they have 5 infantry, which is down here. They've got 5 infantry and a fighter. We are bringing... Oh, one thing I did forget for Dornagavi. Give me 1 second. I just saw it there. Forgot the early gen fighter from Beijing. So that's 1, 2. So that goes there. Okay. All right. Now back to North Vietnam. We are bringing in 5 light infantry from Guangxi. And I'm just going to put these on the blow-up card over here. So then we're also bringing in an airborne from Guangxi, doing an airborne assault. We're also bringing in an airborne from Beijing. Go 1, 2, 3. We are bringing in 2 field artillery, a AAA, 5 early gen fighters, and they're all going air superiority, and a medium bomber, 1, 2. So they all have, I don't need to do a fuel marker, fuel gauge for them. They've got plenty of movement left. Okay. Left is the 2 Marines. So out of my fleet here, I'm going to take this amphibious assault ship, and then it's going to go 1. It's just going to go 1 here to P36, and it's going to do an assault there as well with the 2 Marines. So that's what we have all going into North Vietnam. Got a load of crap. So, all right. And then down here in P45, we are bringing, and I'll bring my fleet card over here. You guys can see. From what's in port here, I'm going to go 1, 2 here to P45 with a nuke sub, a diesel sub, and a destroyer. So there we go. Okay. Like it. Okay, and I think that's it. So I'm not going to do anything else. All right, well, I think that's all. So let's just go to combat and see how we do. I don't think I'm doing anything else. I don't believe. So yeah, let's just do Uliassutai first. So we've got 2 field artillery, which will be first strike. But let me just take a look at my reference sheet here. They attack at 2. And they do have first strike. So, okay. So I've got 2 at 2. Actually, they'll be... No, that's just regular land. It's not desert. Just the border is desert. So I'll have 2 at 2 for first strike. And that's the only first strike for the territory. So we're going up against 2 light infantry. So, all right, let's go 2 at 2. That's a 10 and a 5. Missed that. Let's go 3. Actually, okay, so before I do that, the AAA will retire because I don't, it has no eligible targets. So let's roll the 3 early gen MBTs, and they are at 2, so 3 at 2. And they all missed, as you can see. Let's roll our light infantry at a 2. And that is a 1, so that's a hit. And let's roll our early gen fighter at a 3. That's a 10. So we got 1 hit. All right, so in rebuttal, Captain G's got 2 light infantry at 4s. And that's 1 hit on his side. So I will take... I will take an early gen MBT, and then he'll have 1 light infantry left. So, all right, let's continue. 1 casualty is not bad. So, let's do our 2 field artillery, our 2 early gen MBTs, the light infantry. So that would be 5 at 2. So 5 at 2, and then I've got an early gen fighter at 3. We'll just roll that all together, and then that's that. So here we go. Nothing. All right, let's roll the light infantry. That's a miss. That's a 7. All right, so round 3. Here we go. Looks like we got the 1 hit that we need, so okay. All right, let's do the light infantry for Captain G. That's a 4, so we got a hit there. Okay. Take another casualty. Okay. So we lose. We'll just lose another early gen. You know what? Actually, you just do this. I got 2 field artillery there, so boom, there you go. Okay. So that will go to the Chinese. Not worth anything, but... So we take the territory with a light infantry, 2 early gen MBTs, a AAA, and an early gen fighter. So, okay, let's do Dornagavi. Yep, there we go. So Dornagavi, it's still 2 light infantry. So we will do we have first strike? Yep, we got 1 field artillery at first strike and a 2. So let's go ahead and roll that. And that's a 10, miss that. Let's do our 2 light infantry, 2 early gen MBTs, which, like I said, we have a AAA, but it retires, so there's no eligible targets. And then we'll do 2 early gen fighters at 3, so. And this is normal terrain, it's not desert, so let's go ahead and roll that, see if we get 2 hits in the first round. Oh, yeah. We got plenty of hits. Yeah, we're good. Even with what this one's leaning, we still got the 2 adequate hits we needed. So, all right. So Captain G with 2 light infantry at 4. And they both missed. Okay. Well, that's nice. All right, so we take that off. So we took no casualties there, which is most excellent. All right, so we take that from the Soviets. All right, and then we take that with 2 light infantry, a AAA, a field artillery, 3 early gen MBTs, and 2 early gen fighters, which they will retreat, so it doesn't really matter. All right, cool. I like it. All right, let's do battle number 3 down here in Laos. Now we've got some terrain here. We've got, looks like it's mountain slash jungle. Either way, it's mountain terrain, so I'm just going to do it as mountain terrain. So we've got 3 light infantry at 1. We've got a field artillery at 2 for first strike, which actually I need to roll that first, so we'll go back to that later. All right, let's roll the first strike for the field artillery at 2. That missed. That missed big time. All right, so we've got 3 at 1, and then we've got 3 at 3. Not the best, but... And then obviously our AAA does retire here in this instant, so... Okay, so let's go ahead and roll, see if we can get some 1 with our light infantry. We got 1 hit with the early gen fighter and everything else missed. So cool. So that's 1 hit. And let's do Captain G's 2 light infantry. And they both missed. So Captain G's got 1 infantry left there in Laos. Okay. Let's go ahead and roll that again. So 3 at 1 and 3 at 3. So these will be my light infantry. And then just like before, we've got our 3 early gen fighters. And then we have a field artillery at 2. So that will just go right there. All right, here we go. 1 hit, baby. And then there's the last hit right there with the early gen fighter. So, cool. All right, light infantry for Captain G at a 4. That's a 2, so you got a hit. Nice. So we will take... We'll just take a light infantry. Okay. All right, so we get Laos. So I'll just put these over here for y'all. So Laos is 2 light infantry, a AAA, a field artillery, and then our early gen fighters that have 2 movement left. So that's where that is right there. All right, let's do North Vietnam, which I can battle board this if I need to. That's what I'll probably do. I'll probably battle board this. So get our nice battle board right here. Okay. So this is also mountain jungle, whatever you want to call it. So we've got 5 light infantry at 1, 2 artillery at field artillery at 2. I've got a AAA. Let's see. AAA at 1. I've got Marine, which they originally would be at 3, but they're at 2 in this case. And then I've got 2 Airborne at 2. And then I've got Medium Bomber at 5. 5 early gen fighters at 3. And then Captain G has got 5 at 4. Actually, these are going air superiority. So that goes over there. And then I didn't ask Captain G what he wanted to do as far as air superiority. I totally forgot to ask. Alright. So, let's go ahead and do some rolling here. Alright. So, first strike for my end is the 2 field artillery, so let's go ahead and roll that. So I've got 2 at 2. Yep, so 2 at 2 for field artillery. So that's 1 hit for the field artillery for first strike. So that will take out that. All right. Let's go ahead and roll. Yeah, there's no other first strike. So let's go ahead and roll our 5 light infantry at 1. Go ahead and do that. Oh my gosh. That's 2 1s. I got 2 hits there. 2 general hits. Okay, so I'll just mark that. So I just marked that there as 2 general hits. Now let's roll the 2 Marines and 2 Airborne at 2s. Since we're doing the airborne assault and Marine amphibious assault, they would be at 3, but they go down to 2 because of the mountain. So we've got 4 at 2. Oh my gosh. That's 2 hits there. So we're up to 4 general hits. Okay. We've got a triple A at 1. So the triple A hit on a 1. So that's 5 general hits. And then we've got our 5 early gen fighters at 3 and then a medium bomber. So there's another hit with the early gen. So that is an air superiority. So that's 5 general hits, 1 air superiority. Then we need to roll the medium bomber at a 5. And that's a miss. So we got a total of 6 hits. Wow. All right, so Captain G's got 4 infantry. Light infantry at 4. Since we did kill 1 for first strike. And then he's got a fighter at 6. So just roll that. Man, my low valued units came through. So we got the adequate hits to take North Vietnam. So within one round. So let's go ahead and roll the rebuttal. And that's all misses. Wow, that is incredible. I figured at least we'd lose 2-3 units, maybe 2 on average. But yeah, didn't lose any. So, I'm gonna have to put this in the blow up box here. So we take North Vietnam, and I take that with 5 light infantry, 2 Marines, 2 field artillery. Just gonna chip my airborne out since I had 2 of them there. 2 airborne, AAA, 5 early gen fighters, and a medium bomber. So if you look here, this is what we got as far as that goes. As far as income, we go to 12. Okay. And one last battle, which is down here against the nuke sub. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, I got really lucky in North Vietnam, that's for sure. So we've got a destroyer, a diesel sub, and a nuke sub against a Soviet nuke sub, which I'm gonna roll the 2 at 4 the same. So since it's only one sub, so let's roll our 2 at 4, which is the destroyer and the nuke sub. And then we've got 1 at 3, which is the diesel sub. And Captain G said he will go silent running, so just in case, I will go ahead and grab a silent running marker just in case. There we go. All right, hopefully we can take this bad boy out and see how we do. Yeah, we just missed it. Yep, okay. So his nuke sub will go silent running, which is fine. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right, that's all my combat. So let's go ahead and do non-combat. So this amphibious assault ship will go in port in Guangxi. Okay. All right, let's move some stuff back. So we need to move the 5 early gen fighters and the medium bomber back from, so here's North Vietnam right here. So that's that. So we need to move these back. And I think I want to move 3 of these. We'll go back 1, 2, 3 here to Zhejiang. So I'll have 2 left over, which I've got a sculpt here ready to go. Okay. And then we're going to move 2 of the early gen fighters back to Guangxi, as well as the medium bomber. Actually, the medium bomber will go back to Zhejiang. Okay. Okay. The early gen fighters that are in southern, or that are in Laos, they originally went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because they were at a major air base, so they had the +1. Yeah, they had the +1 return on there, the fuel gauge left. So or +1 from the bonus of they got a +1 movement bonus, excuse me. They will go back to Guangxi. So we'll have 5 there, which I can grab a chip out for that one. Okay. I think that's it as far as down here. I am going to do something with the rest of these boats that are there. So, okay, the AAA from Qinghai will go 1, 2 here to Guangxi. So we've got a AAA there. All right. The airborne will go from Qinghai. They'll do the base movements. So go 1, 2 here to Qinghai. All right. What else? This early gen fighter went a movement of 1, so that will go. Let's see, that will go 1, 2 to Beijing. Okay. The 3 paramilitary Inner Mongolia will go down 1 to Beijing. Okay. The 2 early gen fighters that were here and that were here in Dornagavi will go back. So they went, one went 1, one went 2. So one has a movement of 3 left, one has a movement. So let's see here. So we have 1, 2. Let's do this. We'll go 3, 4, 5. Back to Eastern Xinjiang. So, okay. This one here will go to. Is there an airbase here in Gansu? No. This one here went 1, 2, 3. This will go to Beijing. So, okay. Sorry, I'm just taking forever. I'm just trying to maneuver some stuff around. So, okay. And then we do get a battle star for taking 2 territories outside of Chinese home country, which would be a free minor army base or minor army base upgrade. So, okay. That stays there. I'm just moving stuff into this territory here. So, okay. All right. The 3 paramilitary here in Gansu will move here to Eastern Xinjiang. So that will just move here. I'm not going to chip that out. So, okay. I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else on the agenda. Air defense, I've got AAA covered in all my areas. So I've got them covered down there and got them covered everywhere else. So, okay. Well, I think that is it, except I will move some people's war markers. I will move this people's war marker. I will move that to well, I'll need to read up on it, but can I move them outside of home country? That's the question. Because if that's the case, then I'll move one here to Dornagavi and the other People's War marker. If it's a newly captured territory, then I'll move them. So the option is, guys, is that if I cannot do that, which like I said, I have to double check and I did not check before, is that if I can do it, the guerrilla marker or the People's War marker will go here in Dornagavi. And then this one from, let's see. And then, yeah, it would just be this one here. So, not really too concerned about that. But, okay. And then if I can't, then that will move to here to Zhejiang. So, but anyway, I'll keep it here for now. But other than that, let's go and do some other non-combat as well, because I forgot that I do have some more. So, out of this fleet, I've got 6 patrol boats left. So the frigate that I had here, that was in the minor shipyard here in port, this will just come out 1 to P28. And then the 6 patrol boats will move 1 here to P11. So we'll have 6 of those bad boys. And they have a target select of 1 too. So, woohoo! A surface ship target select. But anyway, yeah, I like it. So let's place our units. All right, so we will place 2 light infantry here in Beijing, and then 2 early gen MBTs here in Zhejiang. Okay, and then we do get I'm going to do the minor army base for my battle star, which will go here in southern Manchuria. So, there we go. I like it. All right, let's collect income, because we have quite a bit of income that we'll need to collect. So, I think that is all that I want to do. So, okay. Let's do it. So we saved 1. So we collect our base of 12. Okay. Then we collect, we'll collect 10 for computers, because we're at stage 4. So that's 22. Plus 3 for independent arms sales. That's 25, which I just need to get a 5 there. Plus we have some bonuses. Okay, the bonuses that we get possession of North Vietnam, South Vietnam, North Korea, Vladivostok, Novosibirsk, Ulaanbaatar, Taiwan. We get 2 for North Vietnam. Okay. All right. I'm sure you guys can hear my daughter outside. And then we get 1 for Laos. Okay. So that is 25, 28. And we don't lose any income or anything like that, or anything that I could think of. So, yep, 28 IPP. I love it. Love it, love it. A lot of dough for the Chinese, so Daddy's proud. All right, well, I think that is it. I don't think I have anything else on the agenda. However, let's do a disposition of forces, because because I want to do that. So let's do a disposition of forces regarding that. Okay. You know what? Here we go. Let's just, I know this is a 40-minute video. My goodness. Okay. Move that there. Boom. So in Eastern Xinjiang, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 paramilitary. I've got a early Jin fighter, 2 mechs, and a AAA. In Uliassutai, I've got a light infantry, an early Jin MBT, 2 field artillery, and a AAA. Here in Dornagavi, I've got 3 early Jin MBTs, a field artillery, a AAA, and 2 light infantry. In southern Manchuria, I have 8 paramilitary, AAA, 3 mechs, 3 artillery, 2 early Jin, 2 next Gen MBTs, and a People's War Marker, and the newly minor army base. In Beijing, I have 2 light infantry, 3 paramilitary, a People's War Marker, 2 early Jin fighters, and a AAA. In Zhejiang, I've got 3 early Jin fighters, a AAA, a medium bomber, and 2 early Jin MBTs. In Guangxi, I've got an airborne, 5 early Jin fighters, and a AAA. And then, other than that, down here in P45, I've got a destroyer, a nuke sub, and a diesel sub. Here in Laos, I've got 2 light infantry, a AAA, and a field artillery. Here in North Vietnam, I've got 2 airborne, 2 Marines, 2 field artillery, and 5 light infantry. And here in P16, I've got 6 missile patrol boats. Here in P28, I've got a frigate. And then, yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. So I don't think I need to do anything else. So I appreciate y'all tuning in for this 42.5-minute video. So, and let me know if I missed anything or made any mistakes, my fellow colleagues. And I'll send it off to Captain G for Soviets FEC 9.1. Thanks. Hey guys, it's Knights Templar back here with just part 2. Just a couple of mistakes that I made on my turn here, and thank you for everyone in our chat pointing that out. So one thing that I need to point out too is just a couple things. One, down here in this battle in P45, I could not have attacked that nuke sub because he's got Caterpillar drive. I'd have to have advanced sonar to detect that nuclear sub. So what's going to happen, and to make it all fair, is that this is just going to be undone here. And what's going to happen is that these boats are just going to go back and port here in P28 off Guangxi. And it's just going to go on this task force card here. So there we go. So that's there. Yep. And then Dornagavi. I was subject to desert rules when I crossed the border, and I missed with my 3 early Jins, my field artillery, and my 2 light infantry. I rolled 2s, which normally they would have been hits in normal terrain, but since I rolled 2s, they weren't the correct number for that hit. So these 2 early Jin fighters were part of that battle. So I'm just going to go ahead and re-roll that because we have to go to a round 2, which the Soviets would have that 1 light infantry left. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that here. for our round 2. So I'm going to go ahead and just roll the 2 early gen fighters at 3. So we've got that. So I'm going to go ahead and roll, and if I get a hit, then I'll go ahead and roll that light infantry to defend. So, and then if I miss, then we'll continue on with my early gen MBTs, field artillery, and 2 light infantry. So, yeah, so here we go. 2 early gen fighters. There you go. Yep, there's the 2 right there that I needed. So that's the hit there. And then let's go ahead and roll the rebuttal for the light infantry for Captain G. And that is an 11, so that missed. So no changes to Dornagavi. And then these 2 will just move back to Beijing. So, but yeah, otherwise, other than that, yeah, this light infantry comes off, and like I said, no harm, no foul, and everything just stays the same. So yeah, otherwise we'll go ahead and integrate this with my first video, and yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, we'll kick it off to Captain G for 9.1. Thanks.